breaking. I can feel my eyes shaking. I don't think I can leave this room. I know you hate me. Believe me, I hate me too. But I gotta believe it's true. If I could take a photograph and hang it on my wall to highlight all my flaws, would I see what you see? A walking catastrophe, a life but just barely, with the world coming down on me. At night, past conversations come flooding back to me. If I could change them now, I would, I would, I would, I would. Hindsight is such a wonderful thing, they tell me, but I can't believe a thing I could have done would make this better for you. Just wish that I was able to get things off my chest, to talk just like I'm stable and be my very best. At night, past conversations come flooding back to me. If I could change them now, I would, I would, I would, I would. Hindsight is such a wonderful thing, they tell me, but I can't believe a thing I could have done would make this better for you.
Yeah, sure. I'm Alfie, I'm the guitarist.
I'm Joe, I'm the bassist.
I'm Zach, I'm the vocalist.
I'm Leme, I'm the drummer.
I'm Finlay and another guitarist. Yeah, we started off by, me and Alfie met at uni many years ago, and we were at Slam Dunk, thought we could do this. Years later, we've realised we can't. But we went on, joined my band. There was some interesting messages and some better messages, and of which then we met these three peoples, and in COVID, so that was awful. You know, we had to play to sit down crowds, and yeah.
And then got stuck with each other.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's how the band was started.
Stay here in my place. You know I can't keep it together when you're around. I feel safe. Please step outside. We'll watch as my life falls apart. It's not so bad, you know I love the rush when you start. Serotonin, be kind to me, be kind to me. When you're not flowing, be kind to me, be kind to me. It's not my fault, I disassociate when they talk. I break apart, you know I always cry when
So all 3 tracks we played today come from the EP. So we did Real Talk, which was the intro song. We did Who's Serotonin, which I think is the third. And we did Flight Risk as well, which is later on in the EP. I won't number it because I don't know. Starting with like Real Talk, we kind of wrote that because we wanted an opener for the EP, which is kind of like the intention was like, oh, we needed something like kind of short and like interesting enough to like bring in the whole sound of the EP. So I think that was probably one of the last ones written along with the end.
The first and the last one, yeah.
Yeah, so they were kind of how we wrote those, and I guess the theme around that one is all around like, I think at the time I felt like I was drinking too much and like I was going out and getting drunk quite often, and I was left with like a lot of anxiety and a lot of thoughts that like enter your brain after, you know, anxiety for want of a better word. And that's kind of where the theme for Real Talk came from, is just that idea that, you know, alcohol just heightens your anxiety is tenfold, so you end up feeling like everyone hates you and things like that. So that's kind of where that song came from. Who's Serotonin is more interesting because we actually wrote, that song went through so many different iterations.
That's the oldest one by like a couple
we wrote
of
that
years,
song a long
maybe.
time ago, and it changed, its sounds changed so much. It always had the same theme.
Yeah, the middle like 4/5 of it has been the same for like 2 years, and then we've changed the outro and changed the intro as don't even know how many times. It's had live versions, it's had studio versions, it's had about 5 different intros.
But it made it easier for us to finalise it when the other songs were around it, kind of in context. We could hear sort of what it needed to be and how it best fit.
Yeah, so that's like the oldest song on the EP by far, but it's changed so much from what it was first written as. And then I guess around that, the topic around that stuff is all around, I was going through a lot of seasonal depression. I suffer quite heavily from seasonal depression. I like the sun. I don't like the cold and rain, and I live in the UK, so that's pretty much 90% of the time. And I was just craving and wanting the serotonin to come back to my body. And that's kind of how that came around. And then we wanted to like play with the idea of making like serotonin an actual physical person and give it that little bit of like queer flair from my perspective and be like, you know, who is she kind of thing, so as if I've never heard of her. So that's kind of how serotonin came around.
Just take a week off of my meds because I want to, not because I need to. Maybe I'll just spend my time sleeping instead because I want to, not because I need to. My mind takes that extra second to focus on the noise outside. It's just things that keep me up at night. Like too much thinking. Am I overthinking? Maybe I'll just call my boss and say I'm dead because I want to, because I need to. Maybe I should try to breathe instead. Extra second to focus on the noise inside. Blind risk, it's just things that keep me up at night. Like too much thinking, am I overthinking? Heartbeat, can't sleep, don't need caffeine. Breaking out of my
Flight Risk, How did Flight?
I wrote an entire song and then sent it to Finn, and then he was like, "I'm going to use none of that and keep one bit," and then that became the main hook.
Yeah, and again, all around like mental health struggles and just the one of like having a lot going on in my brain. Suspected ADHD, not diagnosed, but like definitely been like have a lot of these intrusive thoughts that come around, and I usually just want to do them and act on them. And it's all about me kind of just taking a step back and like being like, maybe we should breathe this out, maybe we should like think about this before a step, you know. And actually the little bridge section used to just be us singing Jolene by Dolly Parton, which is, you kind of hear the stomps and the claps still in the song on the record. But yeah, that was just us at one point just singing Jolene, and then we were like, yeah, we probably can't do that because Dolly might sue us. I don't think she would have. She'd have been cool with it.
Seems like a nice lady.
She'd have been cool with it, I think. But yeah, they're the 3 songs we played.
Yeah, the sort of music was meant to be sort of eclectic and fast and just a bit all over the place, like you sometimes are.
So like at the moment in time, guys have got like things going on personally. 2 people getting married, so congratulations to these 2.
Not to each other.
So yeah, we've got a few things in the pipeline and a few things coming through for gigs wise. I don't know if we can talk about them right now, as in what the gigs are, but yeah, we've got a few things coming. But and then we've already started writing. These guys already started sending stuff over. So yeah, before we know it, we'll probably have an LP if anybody wants it. So.
Hopefully with sort of new sounds and different influences and things that we, throughout this EP, we tried to kind of use a number of different influences around kind of, what's funky actually called?
Fickle Friend.
Fickle Friend is an example where sort of at the start it's very kind of the 80s groove, and we sort of have like the funkadelic-esque breakdown, but on top of that is a spoken word part to kind of try and meld our old influences with sort of the heavier kind of aggressive side of things that we want to try and mix in, I think.
As a band as well, because we didn't really know each other at all before we kind of got together, we're always still kind of like learning from each other, and we're still trying to like grow as a band and find like what our perfect sound is, which is like usually like an eclectic mix.
We're still yet to find a band that all 5 of us like.
Yeah.
Some have got up to 4, but I don't know if there's any that have gotten 5.
I'm just like loving Love Rarely at the minute. Like that's just my utter jam is Love Rarely at the minute. I can't get enough of them. So I know they're blowing up everywhere, so it's kind of cliche to be like, oh, Love Rarely. But yeah, Love Rarely are really up there as like my just on repeat at the moment, and I'm looking forward to seeing them live soon. So.
Yeah, I'm listening to the new Michael Sarah Palin album, a ton. The last Home Is Where album, new Soot Sprite.
And I've been listening to Sungazer, which is like prog instrumental jazz electronic, which is a completely other side of everything else that most of especially what Alf's listening to.
I've been going back over my classics, so I've been listening to a lot of Block Party, Slipknot, basically reliving my childhood because I hate being an adult.
And yeah, sort of modern-y stuff like Cliffhanger I've been listening to, Cliff Diver? Or Cliffhanger? Cliff Diver, my brain. Yeah, Cliff Diver, a bit on repeat, I don't do words. And then, sort of throwing back, managed to dig out my dad's old records, so been Marvin Gaye in it, and all of that to sort of bring that sort of influence to my brain, and there
are so many fans as well that like we're all like fans of and friends with, so it's like listening to like lots of like Sunday Best and stuff for them releasing stuff. So yeah, there's lots of stuff out there that's currently sometimes there's too much music and I can't get through it all in a week. So yeah, I'm usually trying to play catch up of a lot of stuff. For me, I think it's Draw Down the Moon by Foxing, because I just feel like that is like, I think the album's incredible. But when I saw them live recently, like when they played Albatross in full, but then by the time they started playing Draw Down the Moon, everyone just left, and I was a bit like, the album's incredible. So I would say that's definitely up there. And I also think the Mega Bear by Me Rex is like incredible. It's such an incredible like concept and an incredible piece of art. And I can't say that it is underrated or underappreciated, but from my perspective, that album is so good. I love that album.
Hard to know what is appreciated. We're in such a a bubble of music that it's hard to know sort of where some incredible you know, bands releasing things, and you know, from the last few years, kind of Sweet Pills and Spanish Love Songs and Riley and those sort of albums have been incredible. But I think within the scene, they're very appreciated. So
But everyone's so positive in the local scene because we've been listening to loads of local bands and we've been playing with. Everyone's so enthusiastic about each other. It's hard to find anything that's not racist because everyone's so keen and everyone's so good.
Take a week off of my meds because I want to, not because I need to. Maybe I'll just spend my time sleeping instead because I want to, not because I need to. My mind takes that extra second